At least 2 visitors were arrested in Hawaii this week, accused of violating the state's coronavirus requirement that tourists and returning residents self-isolate for 14 days.
Misty Lynn Butler, 51, of Moorpark, California, was at her son's in Honolulu and spotted by a neighbor as she appeared to arrive, unload luggage and subsequently take his dog out for a walk earlier this month, according to the office of Governor David Ige.
She was arrested and booked in lieu of $2,000 Friday morning, the office said in a statement.
Eliza Alder, 18, of Gilbert, Arizona, was taken into custody Wednesday at a fast food restaurant in Leh where she was working, according to a news release from the governor's office.
Alder arrived in Oahu on May 6 and days later began posting photos of herself at beaches in Leh and Hauula. Investigators said that during the time she should have been under quarantine, Alder got a job at a local restaurant.
She was arrested after a local resident reported to authorities that Alder was allegedly in violation of the emergency order.
She's being held on a $2,000 bail and faces charges of violating the order and for unsworn falsification to authority, according to the release.
It is not clear if Alder has legal representation.
The 14-day self-quarantine rules protect everyone's health and safety, Attorney General Claire Connors said in a statement. As we've said before, if you come to Hawaii with the expectation that you can ignore the self-quarantine order, you very likely will be reported, arrested and end up in jail facing hefty fines. All of us must do our part to protect ourselves, our families, friends and guests.
A New York City tourist, Tariq Peters, 23, was arrested in Hawaii last week after also allegedly violating the quarantine order. He was taken into custody after residents saw him posting photos to social media of himself at the beach.
Staff at the hotel where Peters was staying also told authorities that they saw him leave the premises several times while he was supposed to be self-isolating.
The Hawaii Transportation Department in April said travelers arriving in Hawaii must self-quarantine and sign a document acknowledging that violating the rule is a criminal offense that could result in a $5,000 fine and/or a year in jail.